war within a war. Why the Eastern DRC is in such chaos? Let's start over here. Atomic bomb. USA has a problem with Japan. In 1945, they decide the land of the rising sun needs the sun to set on it. So they dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The bomb was made with uranium coming from Shinkolobwe in the Congo, headed by Edgar Sangers, who worked for the Union Minière du Haut-Katanga. The UMHK was a subsidiary of Compagnie du Congo pour le Commerce et l'Industrie, which was another subsidiary of a conglomerate called Société Générale de Belgique. This makes me note structure. A Congolese mine with foreign headquarters. Keep that in mind. It's gonna come very handy. These figures from the Dar es Salaam and the Durban port respectively highlight the importance of the Katanga mines to the entire region. Now we're in the east. It looks normal, right? Wait, let's zoom in. There we go. Rebels. Or as Congolese people would say, Rwandans. Are they really rebels? Let's find out. Mines need protection, and in the Katanga it comes in the form of the Mining Police, Republican Guard, Congolese Police, Garda World and Beyond, and the $700 million contract secured by Eric Prince. Basically, these mines have private military protecting them. When you head over to the east, the rebel groups are the mining security companies. They have the contracts to protect these mines. Instead of this organization, you get this organization. Instead of this industrialized mine, you get this, artisanal miners for industrial-sized mining. Rebels have an end goal, like regime change. These ones just want to perpetuate violence. It does not sanctify the atrocities committed by the private security. The reason why the violence by the rebels get reported is because of genocide, rape, pillaging, and child labor. Simply put, the mines in the Katanga have got structure, security, and production. Over in the east, they have the structure, which is foreign countries like neighboring Rwanda, Uganda, and Burundi. They've got security in the form of rebels, and the production, let's get to that. With vast looting of the DRC's coltan, it's not surprising that most of the neighboring countries to which this coltan is transported have now become global exporters of coltan. For example, Rwanda expects us to believe that they mine and process 25% of the world's coltan in this high school sleuthing thingamajig. So, instead of having the industrial mine of the Katanga, you have an artisanal mine. Instead of private military, you have rebels. And you replace the multinationals with other multinational governments. The Dar es Salaam port and the Durban port for export become commandeered motorcycles and trucks taking the minerals from the Congo over to the neighboring countries. To capture a country, you need all branches, legislative, executive, and judicial. Meaning, you somehow have to convince the majority of the 500 members of DRC's parliament, the entire judiciary system, the entire executive, prime minister, ministers, and president included, in your pocket. And lastly, the Kivu mines could realistically generate $2 billion in annual tax revenue for the DRC government alone. It really doesn't matter who is in charge of the country. What matters is who is in charge of these mines. The people who pay the price for this war don't have iPhones, they don't have electric vehicles. All they have is the ground beneath their feet, for which they're dying. The nuance of saying that the Rwanda controls the DRC is an oversimplification of a complex issue. Without neglecting the war, genocide, human rights violations, we decided to look at the war within a war.
Et Museveni l'avait dit à la délégation des ministres des Affaires étrangères de SADC que le Congo a besoin d'un dirigeant faible, Kabila est trop fort. On lui dit, faites ceci, il refuse. Et qu'est-ce qu'on nous disait de faire? De donner à Museveni et à ses frères des concessions, parce qu'il s'y trouvait déjà. Je ne sais pas s'il coopérait avec les autres, le Mobutistes avant. Ils avaient des concessions. On leur disait maintenant, allez régulariser votre situation au ministère des Mines.
It doesn't really matter who. It really doesn't matter who is at the helm of the DRC, be it Kasavubu, be it... It really doesn't matter who's at the helm of the DRC. It can be Kasavubu, Mobutu, Kabila, Kabila the son, Tshisekedi, whoever you want. It won't matter. The problem is formalizing this industrial sector. The mine in the east does not excuse the genocide, the killing, the pillaging, the raping, the child labor. But why all those things happen is to keep costs low.